Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another First Impressions video. And I only got one gun to talk about tonight, and I do have kind of a channel update, but we'll save that for the end, because I know you're all here to talk about guns. I went to the range last night, and I did try to take a few guns, but unfortunately I was only able to get all of the range footage done with one. There were just a lot of people there, and even though it was late at night, people kept coming in and out, and they were kind of loud. They weren't obnoxious, but it was enough that it was a little bit distracting, so I was only able to film one range report, and that's going to be on this little guy right here. This is the Rost Martin RM1C. Now, if you have never heard of this pistol, I don't blame you. I hadn't either before my friend Jack lent this to the channel. And after shooting it, I can already tell you what I'm going to subtitle the range report with, which is, this is the best concealed carry pistol you've never heard of. It is an awesome, awesome pistol. I have been so pleasantly surprised with how this gun shoots. Now, it's not awesome from the standpoint of it's like a 2011 where it's a race gun and it shoots holes through holes, that kind of stuff. It is a very attractive firearm. Let me give you another close-up of this. Now, I have to kind of future-proof this video because I know inevitably people will find this video sometime in the future, and if I say a price, they'll go, "That's not what they are, you're an idiot." And they can never like look at the date the video was released. Or for all I know, this company is going to go out of business, in the next few months. And someone's going to go, "What are you talking about? They've been out of business for 4 years." That kind of stuff. And stupidity just makes my head hurt. So I have to future-proof this video. And the way that I'm going to do that is say, this is more affordable than a Glock. I would say it's probably in the Ruger price point of a semi-automatic striker-fired pistol. But it feels great. It is the perfect size for concealed carry. It's smaller than a Glock 19. I would put its thinness at about a Glock 20, not even thinner than a Glock 26. It's a little bit thicker than, let's say, a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, but it's comfortable. It's not too thin. It holds 15 rounds in a, they say this is supposed to be based off of a Glock mag, but a Glock mag will not fit in this gun. So I'm not really sure what these Metgar mags are really borrowed from or designed to fit in besides this gun. But you get 15 rounds in this bad boy, interesting color to the follower. And its recoil is very soft. When it comes to its build and the quality of the polymer, this gun reminds me a lot of the build quality of the Hudson H9. It seems to be a very high quality polymer. It seems to be finished on the slide really well. It's just a great looking gun. It's based here, or the company, Rost Martin, is based here in North Texas. I'm based in a little town called Frisco, which is a suburb up north of Dallas. And this is supposed to be made in Dallas. In fact, it's marked with Dallas, Texas here. You have an ambi slide release. The trigger, it's better than a Glock. It does have the blade safety or the dingus safety. It's really short, really crisp. Now, the striker is at full cock. You can see the little red dot in the back. So when you pull the trigger back, you're not cocking that striker, as far as I can tell. And that's a very crisp trigger pull. Reset is strong, tactile, and audible. Man, that is just a great feeling gun. Great size, huge capacity. I found its accuracy was exactly what I would want it for, and it's soft recoiling. It was 100% reliable with strong ejections. I really feel like this is a diamond in the rough. Like, I'd never heard of it before. Maybe you have. It's pretty awesome. And somebody told me, and maybe I'm wrong, and you can correct me in the comments section, but Rost Martin is a company that was founded by former employees of a couple of other companies. I think it was like Shadow Systems or something, or Zev or something. It was something like that. I don't know for sure. That's what I heard. I could be wrong. Maybe the companies are different. I don't know. But they were employees of another company and were like, we can do this better. And I actually think they did it better. This is the best concealed carry handgun you've never heard of. It is, for me, the perfect size, lots of capacity, fantastic trigger. It's a solid built gun. All the tolerances feel tight. It's better than duty accuracy. It's not a tack driver. It's a concealed carry gun. I think it's attractive. Yeah, this thing has everything going for it. Now, I did, of course, have one issue. I'm going to show you what that issue is. And you will only have this issue if you have big old hands like I do. There it is. Look at that. Yeah, I got a blister right there, or bruise, because I pinched my hand, because the stock or the frame of the gun is just short enough that if you're doing quick magazine changes, and take a look at that. So right there, yeah, you can see what happened. I was changing the magazine out quickly, and my little fleshy part of my palm is right there. I slammed that magazine in there, and I pinched the crap out of my finger. Or not my finger, my palm. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt a lot. So that's the only ergonomic issue. Maybe if they had a little bit of a bigger flare on the magwell, or if it came down just a little bit more, it would fix that. But if your hands are a little bit smaller than mine, it'd be perfect. I just have to be aware of that. It has a low bore axis. You got a rail out front. It's optics ready. I feel like this gun shoots like ones that are 2 times the price. I really feel like, you know, as I said, I don't want to give exact numbers because everything in the market changes. Just think of what a mid-level Ruger striker-fired pistol would cost you. Double that price, that's the way this gun shoots. But you're paying that lower cost. It's a much nicer gun than a Ruger. You even have a loaded chamber indicator here on top, the blade safety. Yeah, it is an awesome gun. So impressed by it. So I'm so glad that I got to take this to the range and shoot it. It does come apart much like a Glock. I think you got to pull the slide back a little bit, pull down on those tabs. And I have had a little bit of problems with this because these tabs are kind of recessed in there. And if I just don't get the right kind of pull down on it, it doesn't come off, but then the slide just comes straight up off the frame. There's the internals of it. It does look very Glockish, but it's not a Glock. And here is the internal parts of the frame here. Yeah, this is just a fantastic gun. It is honestly the best concealed carry pistol, CCW, you've never heard of. And that's the way I'm going to review it. So an amazing time with this gun. Absolutely loved it. And it was totally worth the wait at the range. So there we go. So now let's get to my channel update. My channel update is, hopefully you're watching this the day that I release it, because tonight at 8 p.m. Central and 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I guess 9 p.m. Eastern, and then 6 p.m. Pacific Time, myself and the Wyoming Gun Project are going to do a live stream. So he invited me onto his channel, and I'm going to repost hopefully everything on this channel and on my main channel. And if you guys don't know who the Wyoming Gun Project is, he's somebody that has been a follower of my channel for some time. Him and I have a very similar kind of philosophy to the way that we run our channels. We like the same types of guns. We like cars. We like watches. And he got really big and really famous for his SIG P320 video. So it was really awesome to see him get all of the fame and what went with that. I saw him referenced on many of the big channels. I saw him mentioned on firearms news channels. It was awesome. And to think that I have called him and texted him and communicated with him a number of times before this happened is great. He was on the Yankee Marshals little podcast. So we're going to have a little live stream tonight. We're going to talk about everything, obviously, from the P320 probably to I guess the Yankee Marshal, to just gun stuff and anything else that's on our mind or anything else you guys want to talk about. So look for a post about that. Join us tonight. and we'll have a great discussion. And if not, you can watch the live stream later. So that's it. First impressions, Rost Martin RM1C. And this is one of 2 guns they make. I think they also make the RM1S, which I think is a little bit smaller. And of course, the live stream with the Wyoming Gun Project. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for joining me here in the hot garage. And, oh, I totally forgot the word of the day. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys didn't stop me. The word of the day. What's the word of the day? The word of the day is going to be live stream. Live stream is the word of the day because we're doing one of those tonight. I haven't been on one in a while, so hopefully I won't embarrass myself. So if you're a true vault dweller, made it to the end, use the word live stream in your comment, and I know you're one of my biggest fans. Now, as always, thanks for watching.